If you want to go from this to this, then my friend, you're in the right place. I've been tweaking this Reshade preset for a while now, and not just for Pro Evolution Soccer 21 or Football Live 25. I've also used it in eFootball and FC 25, and let me tell you, it makes a huge difference. So in this video, I am going to share my latest version of the Reshade preset that takes your game's visuals to the next level. Plus, I will walk you through the super simple installation process. No headaches, just a few easy steps. If you've watched my videos before, you probably know about my Reshade preset. I've been sharing it for a while now, but thanks to community feedback, I fine-tuned it to look even more realistic with this current version. And honestly, I think this is the best version yet. Of course, I'm always open to tweaking it further in the future, but for now, if you want your game looking crisp, realistic and just better, this is the way to do it. And speaking of making Pro Evo 21 look even better, did you know that you can put yourself in the game? Imagine playing as yourself in Become a Legend mode, or having your favorite retired legend managing your team. Well, you actually can. I've been using a face maker named Siamild to bring custom face into my Master League series, with none other than Danny Trejo, Machete himself. The process is actually very simple. Place an order, upload a front-facing photo of good quality, and for $29 you get a high-quality face mod in your game. If that sounds cool, check out the link in the video description. Not only do you get a unique upgrade for your game, but you will also directly support this channel, so it's a win-win. But alright, let's talk about making the entire game look better. Because while adding your own face is really cool feature, transforming the whole game's visual, that's the next level. And that's where the Reshade comes in. So let me go quickly over what Reshade actually is, just in case you have never used it before. Think of it as a visual upgrade tool for PC games. It's basically a filter system that lets you tweak colors, lighting, and effects to make your game look way better. Some presets add crazy cinematic vibes to RPG games and action titles, while others, like the one I'm showing you today, go for ultra-realism. It won't mess with the gameplay at all. It just changes how the game looks, making it sharper and way more lifelike. If you've ever used an Instagram filter, let's say, to improve a photo, it's kinda like that, but for your game. And a Reshade preset, that's basically a set of pre-configured settings, so you don't have to mess with all the sliders yourself. Just install it and boom, better visuals instantly. So what exactly does my Reshade preset do? First, it tweaks the contrast and brightness by adjusting levels and curves so the whites and blacks look more natural. Then it fine-tunes the colors. Pro Evo 21 has a bit of a meh color palette. It's either too saturated or too dull. My preset balances that out by adjusting tone mapping and colorfulness, making everything look deeper and more realistic. This preset also sharpens the image just enough to add clarity without making things look junky or over-processed. Now, keep in mind, the final result depends on your monitor settings. Different screens have different color profiles, so you might need to tweak my preset a little bit or adjust your monitor settings to get the perfect look you are going for. But once you dial it in, your game will look next level. Alright, so how do you install Reshade and my preset? It's super simple. First, you will need to download the Reshade program. Now, the latest version is 6.4, but I haven't personally tested that one with Pro Evo. What I do know works great, because I've used it myself, is version 6.3.3. So you've got two options. Grab the latest one from the official Reshade website, or go with my uploaded 6.3.3 version on GoFile. Your call, but for this tutorial I will be using 6.3.3. You also need to grab my Reshade preset file from GoFile link or Google Drive. Links are in the video description. Obviously, before you start, make sure you install the game. No game, no Reshade. Kinda obvious, but hey, people don't stop to surprise me, so I think I gotta mention this. Alright, so now let's get into step-by-step installation process. First, run the Reshade setup file you just downloaded. Then, click Browse and locate your game's exe file. If you're playing Pro Evo 21, it's the PES 2021 exe file. And remember that even if you are using a launcher for FunURX or Megapatch 3.1, make sure you select the actual exe file that starts the game. Once you selected exe file, click Next, then select Microsoft DirectX 10/11/12 and hit Next again. In the next window, the installer will ask you which shaders and effects you want to install. Don't stress about it, just click Browse, find Machete's PES 21 Reshade version 3 preset file and select it. Click Next again, let Reshade do its thing and then hit Finish. Boom, Reshade is now installed. Now launch the game as usual. If everything went smoothly, you will see a small bar at the top of your screen saying press home to start tutorial. So to do that, press home key on your keyboard to open the Reshade menu. Skip the tutorial, well, unless you wanna read all that stuff. Then make sure My Preset is selected in the top bar, just like on my screen. The next step is to turn on the performance mode to keep the game running smoothly. And optionally, in the Settings tab of your Reshade menu, you can assign a key for Effect Toggle. This lets you turn the preset on and off quickly to see the difference. I highly recommend setting this up, it's fun to see the before and after effect instantly. Okay, we are almost done here, just a few final tweaks. In the game's main menu, go to System Settings and then Brightness Options. Personally, I use Contrast 40 and Brightness 44. These settings work very well for me, but monitors do vary between each other, so feel free to tweak them if the visuals don't look quite right. If adjusting these still doesn't get it looking the way you want it to, you can dive into Reshade settings by disabling performance mode and then tweaking the filters manually, but that's for more advanced users. And that's it, you're all set. Your game should now look way sharper, more realistic and just better. If you've got an NVIDIA graphics card, you can push the visuals even further with NVIDIA Profile Inspector. I actually made a whole video about it, so check that out if you want the absolute best graphics. And, like I mentioned before, if you want to add your own face into the game, make sure to check the link in the video description for FaceMaker's services. So, what do you think about this Reshade preset? Is this the look of the game that you were looking for? Or do you prefer perhaps a different Reshade preset? Let me know in the comments. I always enjoy interacting with you folks. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you drop a like. And if you want to see more content from me in the future, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Anyway, that's all from me in this video. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.